What up, what up? So, we're going to talk about the ban list, because while I wasn't, like, wowed about it, I think it's something worth talking about, so, yeah, let's talk about it. Now, the thing with the ban list is it didn't really change much. Roto went to 3, Glow Bulb's back, Regeki, which is what I'm really going to talk about, is Regeki, because I have some thoughts on that are kind of upsetting me from the other YouTubers. I feel like they're just completely out, like, cutting that card out just because they're thinking about it as a dark hole. Which it is dark hole, but we'll get to that too. And the other things, I mean, we'll discuss, but really it's just those ones at first. Alright, so like I said, we're only going to talk about the major stuff. Major thing number 1, we're just going to talk about Regeki to get it out of the way. Okay, Regeki is an old card banned. Everybody knows that's been banned forever. And the reason it was banned is because it was basically a dark hole, but it was only a dark hole for your opponent. So basically, I play it, everything on my opponent's field that's a monster in the monster zone, gone. While dark hole has some sort of fairness, because it can take away your own monsters too. But now you have Regeki and dark hole. And everybody's saying Regeki is bad because dark hole is bad this format, or it's been bad, or something like that, which I fucking completely don't agree with, because just because things can rejuvenate themselves and come back and float does not mean that a dark hole card is bad. Dark hole opens up cards for OTKs, opens up things like this. Even if my opponent can come back next turn, there are so many times where that I have dark hold that I can take out my opponent. And if I don't take him out this turn, yeah, he might come back, but I've staggered him very badly, and his soul charge plays are now lacking because his life points are near 0. So Dark Hole opens up things. Can I see why Dark Hole's bad? Yeah, I fucking see the times it's bad, but it's definitely not a bad card. It's definitely not a card that I also wouldn't be taking out of my deck either right now, but whatever. Now, with Regeki, it's pretty much the same thing, because pretty much play Dark Hole as a Regeki. People pretty much play Dark Hole as a Regeki anyways. Dark Hole does have some of its advantages, so does Regeki. Regeki, I mean, obviously you don't destroy your monsters, but then Dark Hole has it where it does destroy your monsters, and for some decks it's actually a plus. Like, I mean, like, wow, if I destroy my monster now, I can get a fucking effect, and that's cool and shit. Yeah. But everybody's missing the point. Even if Regeki is just another bad card like Dark Hole, if that's how you really think about it, but now you have 2 good cards. I'm not calling them great, I'm calling them good. Because like I said, Dark Hole, there are times where it's like, you know what, I wish I didn't draw into this. But there's 2 of them. It's not like Regeki's replacing Dark Hole. I would literally play 2 of these. And everybody's going, oh, because bad players think Regeki's good. No, it's not even a matter of being bad thinking about it. Think about it. Say I'm playing a deck that can have floating, my monsters come back, does not even matter what deck it is. I Regeki you, take you out, whatever. A few turns down, I'm starting to lose again, I'm like, man, if Regeki clears field again, pod you out a Dark Hole. Done. Like, there's 2 of them. That's OP to me than not OP. Which I don't see how people can't tell about that. 2 OTK cleaners, plus you have a Torrential Tribute still allowed. So you now have a Torrential Tribute, Regeki, and Dark Hole that you can play in your deck. I'm not saying you have to play both, but I'm saying if you really want to take out your opponent, both of these are really going to change the game in my eyes. It won't change it if people don't play it, but I'm saying if everybody did, if everybody agreed, like, yeah, let's play it, it would really, it would show how annoying the card really is. And people who aren't going to play it, then that's cool, okay? Don't do it. I am going to. That's my thought on that. So, okay, so we got the Regeki out of the way. There's not really much more to say about that. Now, Roto to 3. My friend brought up a good point of why Roto is put back to 3, and I slightly agree. It's that there are so many decks that are so good right now that are, that have, like, 10-key searchers or their other searchers, and there's also decks that are better that don't use Rota that have their own searchers too, and tune, and like Synchron stuff, tuning and all this. Most decks have 3 searchers. If they have a searchable card, they can use up to 3. 6 Sams can use up their 3 specific searchers. But now they also have 3 Rota. So, same with E-Heroes. E-Heroes have their 3 E-Calls, they got their 3 Rotas. Now, also, it's a kind of comparison to Koikimiro's, forget what card it is, the newer one that can search out a Koikimiro, or Kikimiru, I don't know how to pronounce it. But they also have the 3 10-key for the cards that are searchable via 10-key, which I think there's only 6 of them. But still, that is 6 searchers in a deck, and the Diamond Core can search for something specifically in your deck. So the whole Rota going to 3 kind of does the same for decks that weren't that great. I mean, the added 1 from the 2 that we got last ban list isn't a big deal, but it's a nice welcome. Because now my 6 Sams have 6 fucking searchers. Are you fucking kidding me? That's amazing. Are they gonna be great? No, but it's cool, man. And E-Heroes, whenever we do get the support for them, 6 searchers, that's fucking gnarly, okay? Plus the new one, which he's not really that much of a searcher, but, you know, he does stuff, sort of. But Rota to 3 opens up decks that aren't, like, okay, Tellarknights, now they have 3 searchers. Cool for people who play Tellarknights, cool for people that hate them. But yeah, it's cool. Me personally, my Battling Boxers, 3 Rotas really help a lot, actually, because, like, sometimes you just need a search in the deck. And I was kind of thinking now that 1 Rota's out, it was to take Class Draw to 2, which this isn't getting on the deck for a while, but because the Rota is basically, when you have a Rota, it's basically having a monster if you have a monster search. Like, if you're playing 3 of everything and you have a bunch of searchers, hold on, I'm getting up my own ass. I'm sorry. Anyways, Rota is good for the format. Is it going to do anything? No. Rota to 3 is not going to maybe do anything. You might see, like I said last time, you might see some people play it more. You might see people play more warrior decks and stuff like that, but it won't change the game. It might just change what tier 3 and tier 4 decks you'll see being played. That's pretty much all that will do. Glow Up Bulb, everybody's freaking about that. I'm not. Like, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to make some things better, and it's flashable. It's a number 1 tuner that's just easy to get and sync up. It's not a big deal, but it's a cool thing. I think it's cool that it's back. Don't think it's going to make an impact like everybody's talking about. And I don't even know why I was banned I mean, I know why I was banned, but I don't think it's, like, really matters now in this format, if that makes any sense. Gores to 2 is cool, especially for me for a Fiend deck, but when's the last time you got Gorsed? Never. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I got Gores except by some janky, like, deck that wasn't even working. I'm not saying if you play Gores you're janky, I'm just saying, like, it's not common. That's what I'm saying, because I like Gores. I used to put a Gores in every deck, like 2 years ago. So, Gores and me, we get along, so Gores at 2, whenever I get around to building my Dark Necrofear deck, and no, it's not going to Burning Abyss in it, yeah. Gores at 2, pretty fucking cool, I think. Okay, so Wolfbark going to 3, people are freaking out about this, or they kind of were, I think it kind of died down now. Wolfbark to 3 is not going to do anything except really make Fire Fist more viable and more of a threat. They're not a threat, really, as it is, I mean, even with the 3 Wolfbarks, but it's more of a deck, like, people are like, okay, Fire Fists aren't that expensive, I can pick them up, maybe do some damage, especially with 3 Wolfbarks, and it's searchable, so I can maybe rape my opponent a little bit, might not be able to win a fucking YCS or anything, or an ARG, but I can do some stuff, and it's a fun deck to play, so I feel like you're gonna see a lot of Fire Fists, and Fire Kings. Fire Kings haven't been really, they've been up there, but they're not, people I think kind of forgot about them, I don't know exactly, but the 3 Wolfbark, that will bring some Fire King players back, because that opens up a lot of plays with your XYZs, along with all your your Fire King high avatar plays. It gets things together. It gave me a reason to just whip out my Fire Kings again, especially with supplying a unit being out. I feel like you're going to see Fire Kings a lot more with the 3 Wolfbark, and Fire Fist a lot more. It'll make a deck, especially Fire Fist. Like, Fire Fist out of all of them, because people stopped playing Fire Fist pretty much because Wolfbark was gone. You gave them 3 Wolfbark back, that's a lot of trouble for decks, because it can make some shit. So I feel like you're gonna see some Fire Fists. Are you gonna see them dominate or anything? Definitely not, but like I said, Fire Fists and Fire Kings, I'm not saying for 100%, because I obviously don't know, but in my opinion, you're probably gonna see some of that rising around. Like, it's a good card. Wolfbark is a good fucking card. Especially with its reprint out, and that new 10, it's more common to get, so you have even more players, I'm probably budget-friendly like me, saying, you know what? I'm playing it. Magician of Faith and Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron might open up some people that want to try to do Synchron plays and Quasar plays, but, like, really, I don't really care about that. I don't think it's a big deal. And same with Magician of Faith. Magician of Faith hasn't even done anything when it's been unbanned. Like, it's not going to do anything. People might try to make fun decks or something, but in how our meta is right now, those cards are just kind of irrelevant. Not irrelevant as it's not cool that they're back, irrelevant as in it's not going to make an impact. Is it cool? Yeah. Impact? I don't know. You can't really say that much. I can give predictions, but on my personal opinion, but I could be proven wrong. So that's just how I feel about it at this current moment. Gale for Black Wings, I mean, it's cool too for Black Wing players, but it's like, you're going to play Black Wings if you're going to play Black Wings. Now you're just having more of a reason to play Black Wings, but this definitely is not a reason to go get Black Wings. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you're already playing them, then you're probably stoked. If you're not, don't go pick them up. The deck's not going to change that much with Gale to 2. Just saying. Now, Soul Charge to 1 I feel like was a welcome need. I hated Soul Charge. I thought it was a broken card. I thought it was completely irrelevant to decks. Like, no deck needed that type of Monster Reborners. I feel like they just did it to sell this new card, to be honest, because if they should just brought Monster Reborn back. Like, Monster Reborn is way more, like, people were saying it's balanced because you do life points. I don't give a shit. Even if you were reborn one monster with Soul Charge, 1,000 life points, which nobody does that shit anyways, but if you were, yeah, 1,000 damage, yeah, it sucks. Monster Reborn, though, is reborn 1. With Soul Charge, you're giving your opponent huge amounts just to blow up the field. Yeah, you know what, say if I have 6,000 life points left, and I Soul Charge, yeah, I might take 5,000 away to open up a huge field. I might only have 1,000 left, but I guarantee I'll probably fuck you up that turn, and it doesn't even matter now. So, Soul Charge to 1, it's kind of that old talk, like, oh, even if it's a broken card at 1, it won't matter. I kind of agree, but it gives it more or less chance for people to play it, and it's good in a lot of, pretty much any deck right now. Like, just 1 Soul Charge is good. So now that it's at 1, it'll make some decks that were trying to abuse it not be able to abuse it, which I think is a good, welcome thing to the game. Super Poly, I don't agree with that at all. Did not think it made that big of an impact. I can see why with Shadows and stuff and all that, but at the same time, it should have just, they should have put it to 2, or left it at 2. I forget if it was at 2. I don't remember. But at 2, not limited. I did not agree with that, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to really say about the ban list that I give a shit about. So hey, like, comment, all that below. Let me know what you thought of my thoughts, and let me know what you think about the ban list. Not what I had to say on it, because I don't care what you have to say on it. I mean, if you want to agree with me, that's cool, but I'm saying is, let me know what you think about it. Don't be an ass, because I just won't respond. But yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. Peace!